Thank you, Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise wishing that I could support this bill, because the case of the individual, Sergio Garcia, is a compelling one. Here's a young man who was trying to get his status corrected, was trying to get himself in line. His father had come with the 1986 amnesty, and it bespeaks a lot more about the dysfunctional, broken, Byzantine maze that our immigration process has become. And that is something that I have always stood ready to fix. Let's get the obstacles out of the way. But my concern with this bill is that what we are talking about doing is admitting someone to the bar who, the moment that he swears his oath, would be in violation of that oath. And I'm not alone in holding that position. The Department of Justice feels the same way and has filed an amicus brief. The oath that he would swear were he to become a member of the bar, permission to read?
Without objection.
Is, I solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of an attorney and counsel at law to the best of my knowledge and ability. And one of the things that attorneys are charged with is to stay on the right side of the law. And so I'm troubled by the fact that somebody like this, who is so hardworking, who has outperformed, isn't welcomed with open arms into our country. And we need to fix that. I don't agree with everything they're doing in Washington, D.C., but I think we can all agree with that. Had this bill addressed that aspect, had it been a letter to the federal authorities that remain his obstacle, I would sign on to that. But instead, what we're doing is we're setting a precedent. And I think that's the dangerous part. And I think that's where the mistake lies. And I think we should tread very, very carefully in setting precedents that ultimately undermine the status and the respect that we are asking everyone to give who is admitted to the bar. And this young man, as I have said, is extremely deserving. But I think rather than base a policy on the case of one extremely deserving individual, we should step back and not make a mistake that generations from now we will regret. And I would ask that we all join to help this individual become a citizen, because that's what's in his heart. I know, for one, I would love to have him here. I would love to have him as a neighbor. I would love to have him as a fellow American. And that's a problem I think we can all get excited about. But changing the rules for being admitted to the bar to allow somebody whose status is in legal question, I think would be a mistake, and it is something we should not do. And so I have to regretfully urge you to vote no on this bill.
Mr. Speaker, you are recognized.